Hello gamers, and welcome back to another video here on Solo Spelunking. And today it is a very special and a very joyful video because it is my first video after I have reached 1000 subscribers. So thank you all for supporting me, for joining this channel as a subscriber, and for taking an interest in what I'm doing here. This is really motivating, and I really enjoyed every step of the way. And yeah, I'm really grateful, and I'm happy. And I do apologize in advance, because now, thanks to your support, you will have to watch some ads, because now I got my channel monetized. That means I can turn on monetization on my videos, which I will, not because you get rich or anything with it, but it's just a little bit that goes back into the hobby. So please, my apologies, bear with me here if you have to suffer through some ads now. This is just the way YouTube works. But I hope my content is worth it, and that you will stay with me and continue to hopefully enjoy what I am doing here. And as you can see from this decoration here, I'm in a little Star Wars mood today for several reasons. First of all, recently I finished my Stardark supplement for Shadowdark, which I really enjoyed working on. It was a labor of love, basically. And yeah, so I really enjoyed working on this little project, and I gladly share it with you here on my channel. You find it in the community tab. And I am dying to try it out myself. So this is the first reason why I'm in a Star Wars mood. The second reason is that we are entering the month of May. And as we all know, May is Star Wars month, because May the 4th be with you. And I have tickets for Saturday to see the re-release of Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, in theaters. So I'm going to a movie theater Saturday night, and I'm going to watch it in the original version in English on the big screen. And the thing is that I saw the premiere also while I was in the States. So I've been to the States a couple of times, work related, but also as a tourist. And as it happens, I was in the States as a tourist when this movie was released in '99. I was still in the service back then, and I was there with my aunt, and it was a weird coincidence that we were there when the movie released. And yeah, of course, I was a lot younger back then, and we saw the movie together in the theater, and I didn't think it was bad. I really actually liked it, because yeah, I really liked the lightsaber duel. Everybody probably liked those lightsaber duels. And I remember this was a movie where you could, for the first time, get a glimpse of the potential of Jedi, which was something that was not touched on in the, at least not in this extent, in the original trilogy. So this was pretty unique for me. And so I watched this movie when it released in the United States. It was New Jersey. I know that because we've been to New York City 2 or 3 times while I was there, which is also, yeah, an amazing city. So, and now 25 years later, I will rewatch this movie in theaters on Saturday evening, May 4th. So that's the second reason. And the third reason is that I also, yeah, I am in the process of finishing The Bad Batch Season 3, which I think the finale, it airs tonight. I gotta check after I'm done with my video. I gotta see if the last episode is still on. And what I did, yeah, I only joined like Disney Plus this month to watch the whole series, and then I'm going to unsubscribe again. And then when the next series is done, I will do the same thing, because I don't like their method of releasing only like one show or one episode a week. So this is something I will not do. I will not wait like 3 months and watch one episode a week. So I will wait until the whole season is released. Then I will do a subscription, and then I will binge watch the series, and then I will wait for the next series. So yeah, because if I want to see one show a week, I can watch TV. I don't need a streaming service for that. So yeah. So these are all these things why I'm in a Star Wars mood today, and but I will not continue my adventure of Tel Rakendral tonight. I will do this on the weekend, and so I will release another video on the weekend, because I try to stick to a schedule of 2 videos a week, but no promises. 1 video during the middle of the week and 1 video, or at least 1 video on the weekend. But I'm really dying and eager to try out my Stardark supplement. So this basically will be episode 0, and I know you all love episode 0, so there won't be any gameplay today. But what I will do, I will create my playground for an upcoming, not really campaign, I will call it Adventures in the Keldor sector, because this is where this will take place, a sector I'm going to generate right now. And and there I will play little, small adventures, but no overarching campaign or anything. So yeah, so this is what I will do tonight. I will use the random sector generation rules from the supplement, and I will create the sector, and I will comment a little bit on it. And then for every planet or system I've generated, I will use a random idea generator to generate 1 or 2 words or descriptors to flesh out the system just a little, with with a sentence or 2 to describe what is going on there. So I have prepared something, and this is an empty hex sheet in a box. This is the Dragonbane box. So why in a box? Because the sector generation rules state that you pick up a number of D12, and I have, it should be 8, 3, 9, 1, 3, 6, so I take this one out, 3, 6, 8, 8 D12, and I'm going to elaborate on that in a minute. And you're supposed to roll them or drop them onto a sheet of paper, and where the die lands, this is where the system is located. And so that the dice don't fall all over the place, this is a nice little hack, as you would call it nowadays, to keep your dice in line. And so why 8? I usually stick to a number that corresponds to a die type, so either D6, D8, D10 or D12, so that I can give every system also an order number, basically. So if I need to determine a random system for a destination, quest, target, whatever, I can just roll a D8, and then I know I am good to go, because I will determine a random system. All right, so this is what we're doing today. So let's roll these dice on this sheet. Oh, okay, nice. So we readjust this a little. This goes into this hex, and this is why I'm also using a hex map. Because for the hyperspace routes, I do not need a hex map, but, and this goes here. But it's useful if you have to determine coordinates during during the game. And also this positioning already gives me a story idea. So if I look at how these systems are arranged in the sector, you can see this large empty or system-free area in the middle. And there has to be a reason for it, that and this might either be like a gravitational anomaly, a dense nebula, or a debris field, something like this. And so this will affect hyperspace travel or in-sector travel. And so we will take this into account, and we will determine also what the cause is. If it's a black hole, if it's a nebula or a debris field, asteroid field, whatever. So I will make a little micro roll table and roll on it. And as Geek Gamers, you probably know that channel if you are a solo gamer, would say everything is playing. So, or as the Amazing Xer titled his video, Prep is Play. So for me, this also counts as playing. Everything is playing. All right, so let's note the numbers and the positions. So we have a system here, and it has a 10. And this will become important in a minute. This is a system with a 6. We have an 11 here. We have an 8 here. We have a 9 here. We have a 12 here. It's hard to reach. And we have an 8 and a 10. So 8 and a 10. And I can take this out now. This was just needed for the initial setup, and a 10 here. All right, so these are the systems. So now what I will do first, I will do this later because maybe the function of the system gives me an idea. I was about to generate names, but I will do this once I figured out what these systems are. So I'm getting my journal out. I will record this in my journal. This is the Star Wars journal. There's still the game in progress of Telrak Kendrel, but that's all right. I just give it 2-3 pages because here we already are at 6 victory points, so it doesn't really matter. And we will use this page here, and this will be the Keldor sector. I already determined the name. The Keldor sector, and of course it is in the outer rim because this is where the danger and excitement is, and this is for Stardark. All right, so and now we will number the systems, like I said, so that you can randomly determine with 1d8. So this is system 1, and the name will follow 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, and the names, they will follow. So now, and this is why we needed to record the number in the D12. Let me open this here real quick. Now we get to see what these systems are. So Yeah, if for those of you not familiar what this is my Stardark supplement, and this is a ruled supplement to play space opera adventures, Star Wars adventures with serial numbers filed off, using the chassis, the engine of the Shadowdark RPG. And if you don't have the Shadowdark RPG, you can also use the free quick start kit for Shadowdark that you can get, because it includes all the rules you need, the generation rules, the combat rules, the character development rules and everything, and you can just apply this add-on to it. Alright, and here we are in the section of hyperspace travel, and we are generating a random sector map. And it says every D12 stands for a system. And the number indicates what type of system it is. And these are flavorful kind of systems, and here we have the star system types. So system number 1 is a type 10, so we rolled a 10. So 10 is a Untamed Wilds system. And we have a nice black and white artwork here to fit the black and white Stardark theme. And Untamed Wilds is an unsettled system with untouched natural wildlife, extensive wilderness, and probably dangerous indigenous species. Sometimes these systems are used by smugglers, pirates, rebels, or other organizations as hidden bases and feature small bases or camps, maybe. So we have to check. And so this is system number 1. Now let's come up with a name, and this will be the system Lerok, L-E-R-O-K, Lerok, and it is Untamed Wilds. Alright, and let's just roll a little, and I'm using now, these are the oracles from the Scene Unfolding Machine by Jensen Vars, and you can get this from DriveThruRPG, and I've used them in the past because they have pretty nice adjective, subject and action tables. So I will use these tables to roll some adjectives and subjects to maybe spark something unique about this system. And I will not flesh it out here. This would also be too boring. It's just so yeah, that you can see the process or maybe get some ideas. And this is how I'm going to do this. So let's see about some adjectives here. 80. So 80 is useful, handy, active, convenient, and fortunate. All right, so this gives me already a nice an idea. But let's look for another adjective. So 80, or combine them. 24. 24. Armed, protected, defended, fortified, and ready. Yes, all right. So, Untamed Wilds. Those two words, useful, handy, active, and I'm going by the last two ones here now. And this, I think this is pretty nice that it gives you a variety of words. I'm going by convenient and fortunate, and I'm combining this with protected, defended, fortified, ready, armed. So this indicates that there is indeed a very, very dangerous, a very ferocious indigenous species here. So basically these untamed jungles and swamps and forests and even plains are death traps because there's such a dangerous wildlife. However, this is a very convenient location for a rebel resistance cell to set up camp because of this wildlife that that repels or works as a deterrent to possible visitors or explorers. But then again, this requires that the camp itself is heavily protected, defended, fortified, and they're well armed. So in case there's like a force field protecting this camp, and it can only be opened for a short amount of time. But this is not a force field like Hoth orbital bombardment, just a small little, this is like a campsite made from maybe some prefabricated containers, like a small outpost, and it needs to be constantly secured by a force field, because if the field comes down, you will immediately become prey for this very dangerous wildlife, and the only really secure way in and out is by starship, where you land directly in the camp. So this camp is a larger area with a landing field, and they can open it a very short amount or a very short section or a little section of it, and then you land, and then they gotta immediately close it again, because also the airborne predators are dangerous. And this is like, if you have seen maybe the Final Fantasy movie, where this animated movie, which takes place in the future, where the city has to be protected from these ghosts that would enter if you, those phantoms or whatever they were called. I don't know, it's been a long time. So, and this is basically what this is, but with very dangerous wildlife. All right, so I put down, and this is of course all OOC knowledge now, but this is just to give me an adventure background or backdrop. All right, so very dangerous and ferocious wildlife. Hidden rebel camp. Protected by force field. Protected by force field. And the only safe way in and out is by starship. Only safe way in and out by starship. All right, and we have our first system fleshed out. The last thing to do is to enter the name or put down the name on the map. So this is Lee Rock. All right, system number 2. System number 2 is a 6. So what is a 6? Let's look at the supplement. A 6 is an administrative center. Okay, this system features several large cities and is the administrative hub for the region or sector. And this fits because we only have one. Large corporations, banks, and government entities have offices and headquarters here. They are usually secure, clean, and tidy, and have strict laws and regulations, which are also rigorously enforced. And since this is the Keldor sector, this will be the Keldor system. So, because this is the administrative center. All right, so now we just need again to roll something to give this system something unique, a little flavor. Subject, adjective. Adjective 05. Ooh, chemical, alchemical, biological, elemental. Okay. Okay. And let's look at the subject. 57. Decision choices, costs, consequences. Okay, this. Let's roll it something else. 29. Because but I already carrier, courier, a messenger, a bearer, a runner. Okay, so this system is known for two things. First, it is the regional headquarters, or the regional headquarters of one galaxy-wide or galaxy-spanning pharmaceutical corporation is here, and they are very strong in the field of biological research, bionics, and yeah, they're not only a global but a galactic player, and they have their regional headquarters located here, and of course they're always involved in some fierce corporate war with their competition. That's the word I was looking for. Their competition in the field of biological research. Okay, so this is the Keldor. Number 2 is Keldor. And this is the administrative hub. So this is all the information I need. And let's call this company Genesis Pharmaceuticals. So the regional HQ of Galactic, let's make him the market leader of Galactic market leader in biological research is located here. And this is, what did I say? Genesis Pharmaceuticals. And there's of course always the possibility, and I already like messengers, so of course there's lots of traffic, business related to the dealings of this corporation. Genesis Pharmaceuticals, galactic market leader in biological research, and they have their regional HQ on Keldor. And this is all we need in the beginning to make this system interesting. Yeah, give it some unique flavor, and we will flesh it out as we go. All right, system number 3 is an 11. So what is 11? Let's look again. I should make a sheet. 11 is, ooh, also nice, and this again fits with Keldor. Entertainment, recreation. These systems are pleasure worlds. They feature varied vegetation, mild and warm climates, and offer all kinds of entertainment. From resorts to casinos to cinemas, bars, nightclubs, and wellness temples, you can find it all here. So, and this is where all the corporate brass, the big corporate players go to blow off steam, to spend their money, to have a good time. And what stays on, let's call this, inspired by Las Vegas, let's call it Veles, the Veles system, V-E-L-A-S. And what happens on Veles stays on Veles. And let's see if there's something special or unique about Veles. Yeah. Where is my other thing here? So, Veles. '82, vast, extended, powerful, huge, and broad. Okay, powerful, okay, and extended already gives me an idea. 93 is civilized, urbanized, elegant, decorative, and organized. Okay. Yeah. All right. So this gives me an idea. And so civilized, urbanized, elegant, decorative, organized means that, of course, the appearance is top notch. So we have beautiful gardens and parks. The beaches are, they're beaches, of course, nice climate. They're all clean and tidy and everything is like looking really nice, but powerful and extended, just like it is where you have also a lot of casinos money. This whole operation is basically controlled and run by one powerful criminal cartel or syndicate with extended influence, and everybody that does business on Veles has to pay their dues to this powerful crime syndicate family that runs things behind the scenes. So this is Veles. All right. And of course, if you like, feel free to use these hooks and ideas in your own system and games. So Veles, Entertainment World. And this is where the corporates from Keldor go there to blow off steam. And it is controlled. Is it spelled with 2L? I think. Controlled by powerful crime family with extended influence. So this is interesting. And again, if I wouldn't have rolled these adjectives, I wouldn't have thought about it. So this is the great thing about solo gaming, where you get these sparks and they form into ideas. All right, system number 4 is a 12. What is a 12? Did we already have a 12? No, we didn't. A 12 is... Oh, an unremarkable dump. Nice. All right. An unremarkable dump. This system features nothing of interest and usually has unpleasant climate or terrain. For example, frozen plains, desert, or smelly swamps. You can find rundown shanty towns there, very few job opportunities, the most minimal facilities when it comes to repairs or medical treatment or whatever, and a poor and depressed population. All right, so yeah, so this is basically, yeah, what this is, an unremarkable dump. And look how great this fits, because it is like if these systems, they form like a line and are on a major hyperspace route, and here we have this whatever we still need to determine, then this makes perfect sense. And this is sometimes, I think, spooky even, how these things generate in a way that makes total sense. At least this is the experience I sometimes get when I play solo. So this is an unremarkable dump, an out-of-the-way shithole of a planet. Excuse my language. So let's see what we have here. To give this unremarkable dump something remarkable. Haha. No. 19. Corrupted, manipulated, utilized, and misused. Okay. Nice. great, I got adventurous, large, dangerous, risky. Yeah, okay. This is great again. So manipulated and misused, I combine with adventurous and risky. So what happened here is, because why would that a group of settlers was, or a large group of settlers was lured here by promises made by a large mining corporation, and they told those settlers, and maybe they even honestly thought about it, yeah, probably, otherwise it wouldn't make sense to spend. They thought that there were huge gemstone and metal deposits on this planet, that this was like to be like a gold rush money printing opportunity here. And then the first results came in that indicated that the preliminary scans, for whatever reasons, weren't actually correct. And then the mining corporation, they pulled out because they wanted to cut costs, so they pulled out basically overnight in a very clandestine, I tell you not about it operation. And the settlers, they were just left alone, and nobody cared about them anymore. And so this was a couple of years ago already, so they had to somehow get by. And so we have a very small population here, but has been a few generations ago, so they have, of course, populated the planet a little, so they have risen in numbers. I don't know the English word for what they have bred, basically, yeah. And but now they're on their own and nobody really cares about them, and there's nothing of value. But this could also be then, of course, a good hiding place for if you want to get out of the way. So this is, and the system, ironically, is called Gold Rock. The Gold Rock system. This is what the nickname was that the mining corporation gave the system. This is Gold Rock, the Gold Rock system. It is an unremarkable dump. And a large mining corporation left settlers stranded. Could say that. Left settlers stranded a few generations ago. Because no resources worth mining were found. All right, so that's the history of this unremarkable dump, ironically called Gold Rock. All right. System number 5. It's an 8. System number 5 is an 8. Okay. Let's see what that is. System number 5. System number 5. Did I put a code? No. System number 5. Or system type 5 would be. Oh no, it's system number 5 and it is type 8. Okay. What is 8? 8 is, ooh, nice, a wretched hive of scum and villainy. This system is lawless and controlled by gangs, crime syndicates, or cartels. The officials are corrupt and bribed, and nobody cares about rules and regulations. You can get restricted and illegal items, no questions asked, if you are brave or foolish enough to set foot on such a world. All right, so we have a wretched hive of scum and villainy. And we call it P-Ron. P-E-R-O-N. P-Ron. And it is a wretched hive of scum and villainy. All right, and let's see what is so unique or special, if anything, about this place. Let's get some adjectives. "12. Broken, damaged, dead, non-functional, and useless." Okay. And 72. Shady, illegal, immoral, uncomfortable, wrong. So this, all right, so let's, this fits nicely because, what was it? 12. Broken, damaged, non-functional, useless. All right, so the whole planet is or was devastated by a natural disaster, several volcanic eruptions of a high caliber, tectonic shifts. And so long story short, 2/3 of the planet are unusable, uninhabitable. They are polluted, they're unstable, they are, I don't know, maybe even radioactive by natural causes. And so only 1/3 of the planet is populated or is now populated, and they're like, let's say like 4 or 5, let's make it five major cities remaining in this in this remaining third of the planet that is still habitable somewhat. It's also not pleasant. So the atmosphere is dusty and murky, breath mask is suggested, and and as a result, crime has spread and the public order has basically dissolved. All right, so this is nice. Wretched hive of scum and villainy. All right, so 2/3 of planet uninhabitable. Uninhabitable. All right, so what did I say? 5 major cities remaining. And dirty atmosphere, polluted is a better word, polluted atmosphere. In parentheses, I put breath, I got an A too much, breath mask suggested. So you don't really need it, but you're better off with it. Polluted atmosphere, and the public order has, you say dissolved or disbanded or degenerated? I go with degenerated. So if you're a native speaker, let me know in the comments what would be the better word here for the public order that is no more because of these happenings. Okay, that is system number 5, our wretched hive of scum and villainy, and every sector needs one if you ask me. And now we are at system number 6, which is a 9. Let's see what 9 is. Ooh, scientific research. This system has something of interest to science. It might be exotic flora or fauna, unique atmospheric phenomena, or some other strange occurrence. These systems are usually not very densely populated and feature scientific outposts or research stations, often owned by large corporations that want to use the scientific research for commercial gain. Yes, this fits. So this, I don't need to roll an adjective. This planet is owned by the corporation Genesis Pharmaceuticals. They have actually bought this planet. So this planet, the system, is a corporate asset. It's under corporate control and ownership. And basically they can do there whatever they want. But they do have a small civilian starport, because also the workers, they need some sort of recreation and distraction. And so there are like one or two large cities, mostly made out of prefabricated buildings as well. Yeah, to get some entertainment and variety there for the scientists. But there's a lot of secret research going on. There are hidden labs in the jungles, underground, whatever, and nobody really knows what they're doing there, and nobody cares because they bought the planet. So this is why this system is now called Genesis 1. Because Genesis Pharmaceuticals, they name their systems that they buy. All right, so number 6 is Genesis. Let's write it out, it's nicer that way. Genesis 1, it is scientific research. And it's owned by Genesis Pharmaceuticals. Owned by Genesis Pharmaceuticals, several hidden and sensitive research installations. Okay, so that is Genesis 1. 2 more systems to go, and then we add in the hyperspace lanes and determine what's in the middle, and then we are basically done. All right, so Genesis 1, system number 7. And of course, if this process, like if you think of playing this and doing this, if this is too long for you, if you don't want to in advance prepare some stuff, that is perfectly fine. All you need is a name, basically, and the planet's function to give you an idea. You get this from the dice rolls. And everything else you can flesh out once your character gets there. Maybe that's even more fun for you, but I like a little backdrop to maybe already get some adventure ideas or suggestions and like a feel for this area of space, basically. So this is why I'm doing this. But of course you do not have to spend that much time just generating a sector. All right, 7. It's an 8. 7 is an 8. So what is an 8? Did we already have an 8 here? Oh, yes, we did. Oh, I think 8 is another... It's a wretched hive of scum and villainy again. All right. So this is also nice. So we could have some sort of rivalry going on between those gangs and factions. Yes, 8 is wretched hive of scum and villainy again. All right, so how do we call this this system? How do we call this system? It is the calcareous system. K-E-L-K-A-R-I-U-S. calcareous. And it is a wretched hive of scum and villainy. And you know what? Just to make it interesting, I'm not going to roll. I'm going to say that this system, because we're in the Outer Rim, is controlled by a Hutt clan, by a Hutt family. And there's a rivalry going on between the ruling factions of the other Wretched Hive of Scum and Villainy. All right, so Wretched Hive of Scum and Villainy, controlled by a Hutt cartel. Let's say it is close to Hutt space, close to and there's like, let's call it a crime war with the factions of Piron. All right, calcareous. And now the last system. System number 8 is a 10. What is a 10? Did we have a 10? Yeah, we had a 10. The first system was also a 10. So what's a 10? Let's see. System number 1 was a 10. Oh, Untamed Wilds. Okay, so this is nice. System number 8. And this system, because it's the number is TL13-07. This is just some astronomical designation the system got in the star charts, because it is unsettled, uninhabited. It is Untamed Wilds. TL13/07. Untamed Wilds. Let's say, I'm not going to roll, I'm making something up now. They have the Empire has a listening post and surveillance station in the system. It's a space station in the system, and they monitor communications going into and out of the sector, hyperspace lanes, and all this stuff. And this is also, this surveillance station is not in orbit or anything. It is like in deep space, but within the system. So this is also like unbeknownst to, of course, the general populace. Yeah, and they have a listening post and surveillance station in the system. And what else is unique about the system, we will flesh out when we get there. All right, so now we have our backdrop of the adventures I'm going to play once I'm done with my Telra Kendra bounty hunting adventure on Nar Shaddaa. This is when I will start this, and I also will do character creation here. So this will be then session 0.5. So this is session 0, but we're not done yet. So we got our system and our unique little ideas about our systems, and now we do the hyperspace routes. And what did I say? Keldor is the administrative hub. So this is pretty easy. There's a hyperspace lane going, one goes to here, and one goes to Veles. But there's also a hyperspace lane going down to here and to here. And there's no hyperspace lane going to 12. So if you want to go there, you got to calculate your own route or lane, which is pretty, or can be dangerous, according to the rules in the Stardark supplement. And this is also because why they're more or less, yeah, by themselves. So, but this also goes here. All right, so these are the hyperspace lanes, and let's see. This is interesting because I think I said that Vela, no, that was it number 6 was corporate owned? Oh, wrong book, sorry. Because I just had the idea that the corporation, Genesis Pharmaceuticals, they have their own direct hyperspace lane to their corporate planet, but this is, the coordinates for this hyperspace lane are like a corporate secret and they're not usable by the populace, but they do have means of traveling there faster. So this is interesting, yes. So 6 is Genesis 1. Yes, 6 is scientific research. All right, so there is a hyperspace lane going from Keldor. Oh, I didn't put the names down here. I only put them in the book. All right, so I will do this off camera. So there's a hyperspace lane from Keldor, and I will mark it like this, going directly to this system, but this is corporate secret and for corporate use only. Now let's assign some travel hours, and I will do this randomly. So this will be 1d6 hours, 2 hours. All right, so this is a fast lane, and you have to multiply this by the hyperspace rating of your ship. So this will also be 1d6 hours, 4 hours for H. And from Veles to system number 5, I get the names added. It's 2 hours. So sometimes those lanes are faster, depends on what kind of debris are in the hyperspace, or like if you're familiar with D6 Star Wars, every object in real space leaves a shadow in hyperspace, and so these hyperspace lanes are well-traveled routes that are usually free of debris, and if your coordinates are good, you can travel faster. So this is why actually physical distance not directly correlates to travel time. And this is a 6. So this is again then 6 hours, and this makes sense because nobody really goes there because this is like corporate owned. But if you want to like use the lines, you have to go. So that's 6 hours. So from Keldor, that'll be 6, 8, and for that's 12 hours. So they will do it in 6 hours. So they have made their hyperspace lane twice as fast, but it's for corporate use only. All right, and then from here to there, this, however, is a long way. That'll be 3d6, because you're also on the edge of this, what we still have to determine. 3d6 hours, but only 6 hours. And that doesn't, yeah, does that make sense? Yeah, it does make sense, because if you want to go here, so we have to determine this. So let's see, so if you go 6 hours and then, all right, so I got to make a ruling here so that this is within the logic of the game world, and I just say, all right, so this is a 10-hour trip here. Because otherwise, why would you have a route, a 6-hour route, a corporate route, if you could just go like 6 hours, and let's say this would be 2 hours, 8 hours, then you wouldn't go this way. So there's got to be some logical reason to do this. And here I will roll. And then it's hyperspace after all, so that's only 1 hour. All right, so that's all right, 1 hour. Yeah, and now let's chart this navigational hazard here. So there's a navigational hazard here. And I'm saying that this is this is the Keldor Nebula. Keldor Nebula, and the nebula interferes with your sensors, with your navigation, with your electronic systems. It also is corrosive against your hull, so this is a very unpleasant place to be, and so this is why there's also no hyperspace routes. Maybe there are systems within the nebula, but we don't know. And so this is what is happening here. All right, so we're done. And what a coincidence. I'm looking at my timer and I'm at exactly an hour, and now the seconds are going by. So yeah, that was basically session 0 of an upcoming on and off Stardark series taking place in this sector. And session 0.5 will be me creating 2 characters for this series. And then we'll start playing. But before that, I will finish my Terra Kendral adventure, hopefully successfully, over the next maybe, yeah, I think two sessions, because I'm at 6 victory points. If I complete an action scene now, I get 2. I'm at 8. So yeah, maybe like two sessions. We'll see. I hope I don't die. Yeah, so that's it for today. Yeah, I hope you liked the video and I hope you got some ideas. And yeah, as always, thank you again for your support. And thanks for watching. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.